Morning. I have a cool little rifle here today, and you don't see a lot of these. It's a German-made Wischo. Um, this particular one is, I believe, made by Voere from Germany. So Wischo was and like, forgive me for butchering the pronunciation, but they were like a German Kmart distributor, importer of firearms and sporting goods. And they didn't make any firearms, but they sure had a lot branded. And so this one was contracted by Voere. I believe it's a 70s. It might be a Voere 2107 model, I think, but I'm not quite sure. So I picked up this rifle as kind of like just a fun rifle to play with because I've had Voere 2107s before, and they're very slender pencil barrel repeaters. They come with 5 or 10 shot mags. This one has a 10. They're kind of similar to 64 Anshet 64s. Even the ejector is similar. The bolt is similar, and the accuracy is similar. This one shoots really well. So I kind of bought it as a project. The finish was a little bit buggered on it, and it wasn't feeding properly. The mag, I don't think, is original mag, and it was hanging up on the mag well, and the bolt flies out the back half the time, and so it took some tinkering with it. And this particular one has one action screw, and I know from Voeres that I've had before, they benefit a lot from free floating. So this one I've added a rear action screw through the rear trigger guard hole, which was originally a wood screw. I've drilled and tapped the rear of the action, free floated the barrel, just for fun. And it shoots very well. It likes pretty much all ammos, and it's a type of gun that I would say it's probably on par with a factory CZ 455, 457, maybe better, probably better. It's just a hoot to shoot with. I have an older Bushnell Sportsview scope on it. I think this is a Japanese-made one, 3x9 by 32, I think. And it's just a great little cheap scope. It performs well in a gun like this. I'm still playing around with it, and like it has some finish wear underneath that I'll probably either refinish it or try to clean it up. Maybe not, because the rest of the stock is quite nice. It's a plain beach, like nothing fancy. It's just a nice, good-looking rifle. Anyway, I've got a 10-shot magazine here with a 5 in it, and we'll shoot some spinners at 50 and see how it does. Again, I had to play with the mag a little bit, and it still needs some, I think, fine-tuning to get it to... It wouldn't even fit well most of the time in the mag well, so I had to, shave some material off here and there to get it to go. But I'll take some shots. Spinners at 50. I missed it. I'm going to go for the smaller one. Yeah. Trigger is non-adjustable 2-stage. I polished it. I played around with springs for it, but then if you go too light on the spring, the bolt just flies out. The sear is also the bolt stop, like most direct sear kind of rifles. This one isn't bad though. So I put the original spring back in, and I just polished all the surfaces, and I'm happy with it. I would say it's probably around 3 pounds, give or take. I haven't bothered to measure it. I'm really not at that stage yet. I'm still playing with it. My kind of idea was it was going to be it's kind of a rifle I bring to the range, whether I shoot it or not, and maybe I have a mechanical failure on another rifle I'm shooting, so I have kind of like a backup that is just a fun plinker. It's exactly that. Like I have it out today after free floating it to see if it made a difference in shooting some groups with it, and it definitely improved them. So, just the type of gun that you play with and have fun with. And German quality, it's tough to beat. So let's have a, I'll spin you around, you can have a better look at it. There's a pistol grip area. Sorry. And there you go. Nothing crazy. I have the sights for it. I have them removed, but it did come with sights. And then I'll flip it upside down here. You can kind of see it's a stamped steel bottom metal, but that's not crazy unusual for the price point. And like nice pistol grip, almost vertical-ish, just a little bit short for average hands on it. But it's just a cool little gun, you know. Like I said, for guns like this, I think, and everybody and anybody can appreciate a gun like this. That, you know, once you obviously when it came from the factory, it didn't have such quirks. They would never have let it slip through quality control, I'm sure. So somebody has got. I don't think this is the original mag to this rifle. It actually says REP on the bottom, and a lot of people would assume that says reproduction, but it actually means repeater. And Voere made some. Actually, probably the most recognizable thing rimfire that Voere made was semi-auto. It's a beautiful to look at, and so that's to distinguish, I think, the bolt-action repeater versus the semi-auto. So anyway, this is a 10-shot one. I don't really like 10-shot mags. I prefer 5, but they're not exactly easy to find. I have modified Mossberg. I want to say it's 802 or 702 mags to fit, and they do fit. You can do that if you play with them. I haven't got around to this one yet. I prefer 5, so the Mossberg ones are 10, and I don't really want another 10-round mag. But anyway, this is it, and you know, like just a cool rifle to shoot, and it'll be fun to finish the project. I'm not sure, like I said, if I'm going to refinish it or what I'm going to do to it. But once you cleaned it up, and it had the ejector was loose and spun around the other way. Like a 64, it rides in the lower bolt groove, and so it was binding when I got it. I see why it was kind of a budget price. There was nothing really cosmetically wrong with it other than some finish wear on the bottom, but it didn't function or feed great. Like, you could only get 5 rounds in the mag because it was catching, because it was too tight. So it's one of those rifles you can pick up for reasonably inexpensive, do some tinkering on, and get it to perform really well. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching.